Hi. So this is tip number 117 from The Complete Musician. Did you ever want to use a noise gate to trigger a sound from one of your sources? This is one of the lessons from my electron mixing in my course, The Complete Musician. It shows you how to use a noise gate to trigger a tone source from your kick drum track to enhance the sound. Maybe the part is awesome, but it needs more bottom. Check it out. Using gates, EQ, and oscillators to beef up the kick drum sound. Let's say you'd like to add a little bit more low tone, but it's just not happening with the equalizer for whatever reason. You just want to add some basic thump. This is a common trick that a lot of engineers do, and it uses a special function in the noise gate. What we're going to do is use the kick drum to trigger or play the tone from an oscillator. So check this out. First solo your kick drum, then just add an audio track right next to your kick. It should only be the kick, having used the gate to get rid of the unwanted sounds. On the kick drum track, add a send using the bus control knob. You can pick any send you want. In this case, I'm using send number 30. You may want to write that down and remember it because it'll come in handy in a second. Turn it up to about 12 o'clock, usually 0 dB. Then solo the audio track. Now turn on the oscillator and play your track. The low tone should now sound as a constant tone all through the kick drum pattern. Next, insert a noise gate, and then insert an EQ. Make sure you have both the kick drum and audio track for the kick drum soloed. Here comes the fun part. See this area here where it says sidechain? The bus that you selected, in my case I selected bus 30, use the sidechain from bus 30, and now every time the kick drum plays, it's going to play that tone, but it still might not quite sound right, so use your gate and adjust the attack and release time of the tone. Then use the fader on the audio track to adjust the level. You can make some added EQ tweaks for the sound you want. And there you go. Now your kick drum has a lot more oomph, and you have a lot more control over it in the mix. You have to experiment in the key that you're in and what song you're in, because remember, in our EQ lesson we learned that all frequencies are also pitches. So make sure whatever key you're in, you're not fighting it with whatever tone you pick on that bass drum. It's way down there, I know, but the last thing you want to do is fight it too much harmonically. There are dozens of ways to use a sidechain trigger setup with your music. Be creative and experiment. Okay, on to the next lesson. Cool, right? If you want to learn more, sign up for my Udemy course, The Complete Musician. Practical, musical, and audio skills.